This is your 2020 Honda Accord, and if it looks the same as last year's or the year before's, well, you're right, because we're still part of the same generation. Let's go Quirks, Quirks, and Irks. Front end design, I think it's nice. You know, nothing overly stylish, but I like that Honda hasn't gone overboard with it, and I really like this generation of it. Everybody gets LED turret signals, LED day runners, and LED headlights. Sharp move there. And it kind of has that jewel eye-esque look to it that the Acuras have. And of course, it's going to work like that because they are part of the same company. Very nice there. This is the 2.0 Touring, so you get LED fog lights. Rims, nice design, but I don't know if it's a Quirk or an Irk. It looks weird because it looks like the rims kind of pushed out more than it should, as opposed to being, you know, flat and flush. Just something I noticed when I picked up the car, and well, every time I looked at it. LED turn signals in the, my finger got in the way, in the mirrors. Very nice. And chrome door handles. All right, so that's your side profile of the car. Again, nothing new here for 2020, but still looks good. I like how it's kind of got a fastback-ish look to it, even though it's a sedan and the glass does not go up. Here's an Irk with all the LED stuff Honda gives us in the Accord, including the taillights. I wish they would have just gone the extra mile and just given us LED turn signals in the rear. It's a small thing, but you know, it's a thing nonetheless. Dual tailpipes on each side. Thank you for not putting them on one side, making it look unbalanced. Imbalanced? Unbalanced? Not balanced. There's your 2.0 Touring badge right there, so everyone knows you paid the most amount of money for the car. Here is your trunk, and it's actually got a fairly high amount of space. Let's get that in focus there. I think it's 473 liters. Yeah, 473 liters of cargo space, which is more than the Camry and the Altima. Sorry, missed that for a sec. Anyways, let's close that up. That's gonna wrap up the exterior look at the Accord. Let's jump in. It's a little cold and it's fall, so that's why these beautiful colors are out. Nothing to do with the review, but there's some nice leaves on the ground. Let's finish off with a shot of the exterior. Be right back with an inside look. 2020 Honda Accord. Just before we go inside, I love that Honda's done real keyless entry. Heard a couple of beeps. Open up your front door. Open up your back door to get whoever in or out. And this is the walk-away lock thing. It's really cool. Take a listen. One beep, walk away. Little lock sound and the beep. So, and obviously when I touch this, because the key's on me, it's going to open. So very cool there, Honda. Let's take a look at the rear seats. Nothing too fancy here. Again, this is the 2.0 Touring top trim, most loaded Accord. I was going to say Acura, most loaded Accord you can get in 2020. 3-stage heated seats for the rear, so that's a cool touch as opposed to just one stage. Seats are pretty comfortable. You know, it's just standard sedan. Middle person's going to get not the greatest amount of comfort, but the outside people are. There's a look at the cabin up front. Don't care for that. I've never really cared for that, but standard stuff there. Memory seats. This is kind of weird. Not on this side, but the other side. So that's your trunk release, and I'll show you the other side in a moment. It doesn't really do anything, but for symmetry, Honda had to keep that here, and you can't really put much of anything there. But there's one cup holder. There's some space for space. Area for space. Anyways, blank panel switch on a top trim model. Not a big fan. I'll get into the heads-up display in a sec. More wood. Again, don't care for it there. Seats, very nice. Could go for a little more thigh bolster, but the side bolster is very thick and very sturdy. So nicely done there. Our good friends at Honda. To our good friends at Honda, sorry. All right, we're in. Push button start. Nice little chime. Sorry, a little cold, so my hands are shaking. I'll try and steady that. Let's start her up. Let's put the heat off. Okay, so that's your analog gauge. It's your 7-inch TFT, and that is more digital right there. A lot of cool things you can do here. I won't spend too much time on it. Let's give you a quick run through. You press home, and you can go driving support, driver attention, maintenance, safety support, warnings, your TAC, your range, fuel, speed, time, audio, phone, and navigation, traffic sign recognition. Driving support's cool because right now it says ... M. If there is a car in front of you up to 100 meters, it will show. And as you come closer to the car in front of you, the number will go down because that's the number of meters you are away from the car. Quirk is, it stops at 6 meters. It doesn't go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kind of peculiar. I would have thought it would have gone down that far. But anyway, it's a cool way to kind of gauge just how far precisely you are from the car in front of you. So well done there, Honda. And aside from that, nice black and white, easy to see, easy to read. Little green leaf at the top is my Econ Mode. I'll put it off. Okay, put the sport button on, things go red. And you can notice those two little red things at the corner. Put the Econ Mode back on, leave back up, find the button. And as you drive, not aggressively, these little things that were red now go to green. So nicely done there. Nice sturdy steering wheel. Thank you for putting the volume and channel changers on the left side as opposed to the right side. All right, infotainment, nice, easy to use. The problem here for me is these three buttons are, map phone audio, are used more to me than the back, day, night, and channel changing buttons. I think Honda should have switched those, and I think they should still switch them, maybe 2021. Aside from that, the screen is very, very easy to use, tablet-based with the different tiles, and you can go through and do whatever you want to get that stuff done and out of the way. And yes, there's a volume knob, so thank you, Honda, for that. Again, top trim 2.0 Touring, wireless charging right in there, nice. USB and a 12-volt power outlet. I'm starting to love this because it takes up such little space as opposed to having a gear shift lever there. So, I didn't like it at first, but I'm okay with it now. 2 cup holders with a half-drunk cup of coffee because it is the morning. It is very cold, and coffee makes everything better. Electronic parking brake and the brake hold there. Still don't care for the wood. I get it. They're going for a premium look, and the car has a good premium feel to it, but it's not my favorite part of the car. This does not move back and forth, but I don't think it needs to because let me get a better look at it for you. It's fairly large, so you don't really need to move it up and down. Like my elbow rests somewhere around there for perspective. You get a sunroof with this trim and a couple of other trims. So lets a little bit of light in, you get your sunglass holder and your lights. All right, that's going to wrap the inside of the car up. Let's take it out for a drive and see what the 2.0 turbo 4-cylinder I just accidentally got into my power figures. Stay tuned for the next part, and I'll give you the rest of the power figures. A 2020 Honda Accord 2.0 Touring. Just before we do the drive, let's go over a quick set of figures. 2.0 turbo 4, 250 horse, 273 pound-feet of torque. Touring has a 10-speed automatic transmission. You can get a CVT. You can also get a manual. So thanks, Honda, for doing that. However, unlike the Altima, this is only front-wheel drive. Maybe there's an all-wheel drive version coming of this and the Camry and the Mazda 6 and. But right now, the Altima, with their all-wheel drive coming on all 3 trims, kind of takes the cake as far as at least Canadian climates go. And there's a reason Nissan put them in there. Anyways, back to the Accord. On this trim, you get heated seats and cooled seats, and a heated steering wheel, which is very nice. Here are your standard features. Auto high beams. This is standard features that everybody gets on all trims of Altimas. Auto high beams, forward collision warning, lane departure warning, traffic sign recognition, road departure mitigation, collision mitigation, braking system, lane keep assist, blind spot monitoring. This trim specifically has rear cross traffic alert. It does not have Honda's Honda safety sense where you get the little mirror camera on the passenger side mirror. And some trims have the adaptive cruise control. Anyways, now that that's out of the way, because I didn't want to read and drive, and I didn't want to miss anything, let's get going. And you can see the things moving in the background, because I'm driving now and I wasn't before. Sedans are not dead. Honda and Mazda and Toyota and Nissan and all the other manufacturers are not going to spend tens, if not hundreds of millions of dollars on developing new sedans if there wasn't a demand for them. It's not as a high of a demand as SUVs and crossovers, but the sedan is definitely not dead. The Accord, I like that I got the 2.0 Touring, which is on the Canadian media fleet, because just that burst of power that you get from the Turbo 2 it's great. It's crisp. It's responsive. Very little oversteer / understeer. Turning, handling, cornering is done very, very well by the Accord. Nice low center of gravity. But somehow Honda has still given you an elevated presence on the road as far as forward vision goes. Let me get rid of that glare. There we go. So I think the Accord's a great option if you're looking for a sedan with a little bit of power to it. And yes, there is the turbo 1.5, and I think, if memory serves, that's 192 horse, 192 pound-feet of torque. Again, available with an automatic or a manual transmission. So Honda still believes there's manuals, and Honda makes a great manual transmission. I've driven it in the Civic Si, as well as just the regular Civic non-Si. And this car, I think I've had at least a test fest I may have had, or at some point I know I've had a manual Accord over the past few years. Oh, it was the media launch where I drove the manual Accord. Right. Anyways, screen's easy to use. Buttons are backwards, as I mentioned in an earlier part of the video. But aside from that, it is a very upscale, premium feeling cabin for Honda. And it's not a shot against Honda. Just Honda's got their own luxury division, as opposed to, let's say, Mazda, who doesn't have their own luxury division. So I like that Honda's really gone upscale on this, and they've gone, that's my combination word of gone and done. They've gone out and done a great job as far as blending the two together. It's not cannibalizing sales from the TLX, but if you don't want an Acura, you still want a Honda, you can definitely get a premium feeling cabin, great looking on the outside, tons of standard features, tons of great safety features for a reasonable price. It's, I think, November 3rd today, and the website this morning said that the top jam, which is this, the 2.0 Touring, runs in at a little over 40. And if you want to just get into an Accord overall and still enjoy all of those standard features, I believe it's 28, low 28,000s. So 6 trims overall, something for pretty much everybody. Again, if you're in the market for a sedan. I lost my train of thought. I had it right there at the top. Oh, there it is. It's back again. 56 liters as far as what it takes to fill the tank. And yes, it's regular gas. So turbo engine, regular gas, Honda, well done. Very well done. I will put the fuel efficiency figures there. I'm not even going to guess at them. They were on my sheet. So I'm not going to look over because I'm, well, driving. Anyways, I think it's going to wrap the review up. I really like the heads-up displays offered. I know I've been saying I'm not really a fan of it, but it's starting to grow on me. But overall, great seating position, great comfort in the seats, drive quality is great. That 252 horse is very handy when it comes to passing, getting onto the highway. Or even on the back roads, if you want a more spirited drive, Honda's always done their drive quality very, very well. And the Econ button, you know, if you want to save some fuel by toting around town, pop it normal for everyday driving. And again, if you want that more spirited drive, pop in sport, and everything tightens up and gives you a really, really nice driving experience. All right, that's it for me. You're stuck with me for, I think, another 20 seconds because I can't put the camera off while I'm driving. That's the whole illegal, unsafe thing. And how bad would it look if I did a car review and did something illegal? Not cool at all. So you can hear the turn signal, and let's just come to a stop. Hey, you know what? Oh, you saw the camera fall, and you heard my sigh of disbelief. So I'm going to wrap up the video with the car stopped and the camera in my hand. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate the support. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll be back sooner than later with my next car review.